know. I don't know if this is working. I can't tell. I'm really sorry. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't have a fucking clue. Yeah, I don't know. Right, let's have a look. Well, the keyboard don't work. Oh, this is all. Well, the keyboard don't work, so I ain't got that. Right, well, you know what? For tonight, this is going to work. I'm getting a lot of reverb in my ear, but I think at least you can hear me. So that will sort of have to do. So what you're watching is the Infinite GT Manufacturer Series. This is, of course, the opener. The first time on GT7, which, as you've probably noticed, is not working very well. It's exceptionally buggy. Just get this chat bottle just in case. Give me a sec. I've got to figure out how this works. There we go. That's it now. Right, so I've got chat up. So I should be able to see chat if anyone is messaging in chat. So far I don't see anyone. Yeah, so this is the Group 4 machinery. So the less powerful, more based on your standard road, but apart from this horrible French monstrosity of a car. Most of these are sort of relatively familiar to cars you might see out on the road, except with a little bit more aero and spec engines, so they're all sort of balanced to performance. So I need to exit apparently and then spectate again. Apparently this will work. Right, this is where I need to come out of this. So it doesn't work basically, GT7, it's all gone horribly wrong. But we've got Hero-Crom and Tommy Concrete battling it down into turn 1 here at Deep Forest Raceway. Classic track here, bringing back the classics we've got. I have literally no knowledge of this place, so we'll do an onboard lap with someone. But it looks like Hero-Crom at the moment is leading the way. Not the greatest camera angles, but it goes off track, probably due to a few cold tyres. Let's see if I can get a little bit of info. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have any replays or anything tonight because I don't have any of that luxury with the keyboard options not working on GT7 yet. We literally have as it is, and as you can see, the cars are getting a little bit glitchy is probably the right way. Way of putting it, and the sounds all over the place as well. I don't know if any of you guys are hearing that. Tommy Concrete leading the way in a minute by a second now over Dark Clock, who's just managed to get himself past Hero-Crom. Hero-Crom falling down the order a little bit here, but we might have answers to that. If you look at the tyres that he's got, he's using the hard compound tyres here, so he's leads JRC's on the mediums, so it's Fabuki. So those guys on the mediums really need to get that tyre working early doors and make the advantage, because anyone that's on hards is basically just getting that crap tyre out of the way nice and early, so that later on in the race, when we're a little bit light on fuel, and there's of course more space between the cars, because at the minute no one can really extract full pace other than Tommy Concrete, who's now streaming ahead 1.6 seconds to the good now in that Mustang. Hero-Crom though is back past Dark Clock now in the Alfa Romeo, so the Citroen unveiling its French power, so braking down into turn 1, a nice sharp hairpin. You really got to use the banking on the inside of the corner here, then you go into the tricky technical sector 2. Hero-Crom making the most out of that corner and just about staying ahead of Dark Clock. Fubuki giving chase then in the Toyota Supra, probably the best sounding car, and arguably the best looking. Look at that thing, that is a beautiful car. Fubuki, who does like the Good Start anime liveries on there, that is an absolute stonker of a livery, that. Richo, who's about 5, but he's an absolute brilliant racer. Then the Duckman himself in the Chevrolet, Mr. Bob Bristow, when he's not shooting people in a field now, he is racing on GT Sport, GT7 even. Is that someone with a penalty there? That's JRC that's earned himself a half-second penalty. If it's the same as Sport, that is down to track limits. So in GT7, a new feature is they have to serve that penalty. Within game, at these penalty gates, you see the little gates there at the side of the track. JRC's had to serve that, so now he's slower than the cars behind him. He's flashing the lights there, trying to make his intention known to try and get past him. No luck there. Then we've got James, the guy who makes this all happen, really. He's down in P11 at the moment in the Aston Martin. Again, another car with medium tyres, so he'll want to make that work. Midnight, don't know who you are, because I've got nicknames on, so in fact I'm just going to do online, because it's totally Aaron. Of course I know how Aaron is. Yeah, Aaron back. Race winning in this series, of course, Mr. Toto Rose has not been blessed with the greatest of luck in history, but he always keeps going, and that's what we love about him. And then Fat Pickles Bro, who we know he didn't feel 100% tonight, but he's turned up and he's given it his best go. And Mocking Weeks, absolute P1 legend, brilliant driver. Obviously down at the back, so whether he's just had a bad qualifying run, there has been an issue. Not too sure, but Mocking Weeks, we know from times before he's a super racer, so no doubt he'll be troubling the front again. But Tommy Concrete at the moment, no one can touch him. Dark Clark has took a little bit out of him. He is on the medium tyre, so we would expect that. But it's whether he can really make an impact this early in the race. He's got the harder tyre to come, so the rules of this series, excuse me, a bit lumpy in my throat, and yeah, the rules of this series really dictate that the drivers have to use two different compounds of tyre. It's a 50-minute race. Won't be able to see. Yeah, 50-minute race. We do normally have a race timer, but we don't have that because GT7 is really. It seems like a downgrade this game. It really does seem like a downgrade from the last one. Meanwhile, we have Bobby then making his way forward, trying to attack the Toyota Supra there of Fubuki. Chevrolet will have the inside line, will have the line for the corner, but the glitch in there seems to have just sent Fubuki off into the Neverland, and now he's going to be under pressure from Bisha. Bobby's fallen back, so whether Bobby there felt there was a little bit of contact and didn't want to take an unwelcome advantage. I didn't actually see him. Again, the game's glitching that much, I'm already getting a headache, so I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to put up with, ladies and gents, but you know, we're going to keep trying. In other news, Dark Clark just set the fastest lap of the race, 33.9 by comparison. 34.4 was the other day there for Tommy Concrete. Two in a row, consistency is brilliant by the Mustang. But his, and I was going to say, Dark Clark's taking really good care of his medium compound tyres so far. But Huracan on the hard, speed 3 at the moment. Fubuki P4 back up now, just in the middle, holding that battle with Bobby, who we can see in the background is going after the kid that is Visha. You get put on register for that these days, Bob, so just be careful what you're doing. Visha on the hards, Bobby on the mediums, so that's why Bobby's in so much of a rush to get a move made here. And he gets a little bit of a nudge there, but I think it was JRC. It looked like a goal. Was JRC, and it's cost him time and anything, so that was completely accidental. Raced with JRC for a long time. Me and him have gone back many seasons. We were battling for many seasons in the Fusion League. Golden Brown that's trying to make something running here. He's on the soft compound tyres, and he's absolutely destroyed them. That front right is screaming in pain at the moment. There's pretty much no rubber left on that. He keeps driving on that for any longer, and it'll be down to the rim, so he's got some work to do. Yeah, soft tyres. It seems a strange choice. I must say that's a strange choice, even though I've not played this game for a long time. Even though I know that soft tyres in this league at the start never a good move. Toby then E9 for Toby, E10 for Toby Rose. James Hartman still 11th with Fat Pickles in 12th. Mocking's made a position up on Leeds. Leeds must have had some sort of horrible issue there on that 3 because 39.4. His teammate opposite end of the spectrum being chased down like a rabid dog by Dark Clark. And I love this camera angle we get. So we're currently riding on Dark Clark's shoulder then. Purple sectors, order of the day, then a long back straight. This is the biggest braking zone of the entire track. You're braking in about 18 metres or so. Try and get the car really tucked into the apex. You use the camber to pull your car around and then back on the power again, because you're straight now onto, well, it's not a straight, but you are full beans then all the way down the hill. You just have to be careful of the balance of the car then as you keep the car left. Just make sure it's nice and stable. Back down the start finish straight then to begin lap number 6. Will Dark Clark try and send it up the inside? He's close enough, pokes his nose out, goes for the move. And there's not too much Tommy can do about that. He does try to get for the cutback, but there's just there's an Alfa Romeo in the way, so he's not able to do that. And it's just a case that is Dark Clark going to play the long game here, really, and he knows he's got this the softer compound tyre to come. Dark Clark has to really make hay while the sun shines and just get out from and get a gap, because the guys behind are going to be chasing. Meanwhile, we've got Hiram. The interior in this thing is just ghastly. Like, can you imagine being a passenger in this? I would vomit incoherently. Well, I'd vomit with Hiram driving, because the guy's an absolute beast. But he's giving chase at the moment. He's on the hard tyre, so it's a question of how much he can do on that and how much he wants to really push. He does have Fabuki breathing down his neck. Fabuki on the medium tyre has a grip advantage. But if he can hold Fabuki up, when he comes on the mediums later, he will have a little bit of an advantage on him, because he'll have the softer compound. Bobby there's just serving a little bit of a track up penalty. It's a big shout. Yeah, the horde comes down. It comes down with furious anger. Bobby's going to try and hang this around the outside, but he might get left out to dry by Visho with Toby in cut chase as well. Visho holds it on the inside. He's gone out the line here, but Bobby with the V8 motor, I might just have good legs to stay in the fight. We'll keep an eye on this little battle then for P5. Visho at the moment winning that, but Toby, he's looking to make the jump on all of them then. Toby does that indeed, gets right up the inside. 2-for-1 deal there for Toby. And you've also got Golden Brownie then on his soft tyres trying to make some moves on the inside. It's 3 wide coming into the technical section. Boys, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. Oh, they're making it stick so far, but Golden Brownie nearly got hung out to dry, but common sense prevailed in the end and someone backed out. So that is now Toby up to P5. Bobby furiously flashing the lights and up to P6, whether he's just trying to put him off or feels aggrieved. Your guess is as good as mine. Visho P7 then, he is the new leader of the pack. With JRC Racing gets a little bit of a tap from Golden Brownie, but that's probably just a glitch in playing parts. Golden Brownie trying to make these soft tyres of that Aston Martin work, but I think the best of those tyres has really gone. It's James Harbin now on the mediums. That's the next one in line to try and get past Golden Brownie. Don't know what his plan's going to be from here on in, but he really has to think about the long game. James has passed out. I can't imagine Brownie really put a fight up, to be realistic. He wouldn't let James just go there. Things to watch out for then. Will Bobby come back to Toby? On Fabuki. Fabuki will have got past him. I mean, the time advantage, he wasn't P4, he's now in P3. Going defensive then down the start finish straight is Fabuki. Fabuki's the master of the long game. This is something that from past seasons has prevailed. Fabuki's 100% someone who in past times not always looked like he's on for the result, but down to pure strategy brilliance, brought himself back into it. Winning the mediums at the moment. They would have all started with full tanks of fuel, so it's round about now we do start keeping an eye on that. Fabuki saved a lot more than most. We'll have a bit of a flick through. We're 12 minutes into this 150-minute race. Strategy will start being important in about 5 or 10 minutes time when pit stops start happening. I'm just going to load up the rules. See, so I've got hiccups have just begun. This is never good. And I've got a raging cold as well. I'm just getting this thing loaded up as we watch the battle unfold between here and Ram. Flick back. Bobby's got yet another penalty. You must stop cutting the track, Bobby, because you're going to move a V-shot right on you again. No, that isn't. I can't get to it right now. Show down the inside. Bobby's just hanging it around the outside. He's getting the run off there, and I wonder if that's what's giving him the penalties. Using that enough there on the outside. It's not peeking up on his car just yet, so it can't be. It must be he keeps running foul or something in the event coming up there. Show as we come down past the timing line for the 8th time of asking then. Is ahead. Has JRC Racing? Is JRC going to do what Toby did a lap ago and mug everybody off? Looks like he's gone far too deep there in the Jag. The front tyres screaming in pain then on that very golden chromatic effect Jaguar. But JRC just about keep his nose in, and Bobby's off. Bobby's had a nightmare. We have to bring on the duck of misery. Have I got the duck of misery? No, I have got the duck of misery. Yeah, that's the duck of misery. The duck of misery on screen for Bob. RIP, F's in the chat for Bobby there. He's giving himself some damage. As far as I'm aware, damage in this league, if you get it, it has to be fixed in the pits. It doesn't self-repair. Oh wait, no, it's self-repaired. So I'm immediately corrected. So Bobby there doesn't really have too much lasting effects after that contact. I'll be honest, if that I normally would. Jesus Christ, Brownie, your tyres are destroyed. He did a 1:34.4 last time out, and I beg the question how. Because the fastest lap we've got so far is just a second faster than that, and his tyres are absolutely destroyed. So I need him. If anyone is watching, can you just let me know what the audio is like, because I will try and fix it once I've got this one out of the way, but this was a very last minute that I remember sort of doing. News of the day then, Tommy Concrete on a hard compound tyre is keeping up with Dark Clark. Dark Clark, you do feel he's trying to manage his tyres a little bit more. He might try and go a little bit longer. Well, he'll stretch this as long as he possibly can, in fairness. Tommy Concrete, though, on the hard compound tyres, saving a bit more fuel, but his tyres are in a little bit worse wear, so obviously he's pushing a little bit more to keep that pace up. Fubuki, we mentioned a lap or so ago that he's done a really grand job on his fuel. That is true. There's not many people that have got any more than him, but his tyres now really starting to fall off the cliff, and you can see on the graphic there on the screen, if you can see it. Well, let's just get rid of the duck of misery. We don't need that anymore. You can see there that the front right specifically is taking an absolute battering here at P4. Not doing bad. I was going to say I'd be quite happy with that, and then he just gets the back end out, and that's going to cost him time all the way down this straight then. What I was going to say is I'll be quite happy with how this opening stint's been progressing so far, because he's taking good care of his tyres, and his times are pretty spot on. Toby then, after getting past all the guys behind, we do see Golden Brownie there dipping into the pits behind. Toby has escaped the road, is what I was saying, and leaving V-Show and JRC to fight for the scraps. A big battle behind, which we'll go and have a look at now. It's the two Chevys. I imagine we'll trip over each other, but they're battling away with Mockowitz, who's done nothing but drive forward this race. Up to P9 now for the P1 driver. I told you he was a class act, and so far he is demonstrating that. He's in the 135s, but he's been able to do 134s when he can, so we'll see how that progresses for him. Golden Brownie now out of the pits. It probably is going to be a 2-stop for the Aston Martin now. I think for 2 stops, but he really needed that soft stint to be rapid AF. I'd imagine he'll go back on the softs for around 15 minutes to go. Just see how he gets on. Back in the front too. Steaming away from it, these guys. They're about 3 seconds to the good over anyone else. Dark Clark, Tommy Concrete, with a safe enough gap between themselves that they don't have to worry. Fubuki, the next car back. You sort of get the feeling Fubuki's not pushing the issue too much right now. Him and Hiroko trading lap times, but not really giving each other too much of a headache right now. He's just done his personal best lap of the race, 34.1. Grand lap there from someone we know who's his quality. I've got Toby then, 34.5 for Toby last time out. So the medium tyres now really starting to work for a lot of these guys. I expect anyone out of the mediums to stay out as long as they can. JRC, if you just look at the tyres here between Toby, so down the bottom left of your screen if you're looking next to the MRC logo, this is Toby. He's got the same tyres on, the mediums, had them on for the same length of time. This is JRC, this is the Jag. This is partly the difference between having a heavy V8 slapped over the front axle on a track that has quite a lot of demand for front tyres, and yeah, you can see there the Jaguar has absolutely munched its tyres compared to anything else. The hards for V-Show looking in pretty decent condition. James Harman's mediums looking kind of worse for wear as well, but not really suffering too much on the lap times just yet, so he should be fine to carry on. And then the two Chevrolets, similar tyre wear between the two. But Pickles, the fuel sipper, has done much better, really honest, than Bobby has done. We've got rolling around. Bucky Meeks looks like he's just fitted for a set of softs, so he's now going to be super fast. So it looks like two stops are the order of the day for a lot of people. It's going to be to see whether the one stop or the two stop really works for most. One stop is the requirement. Two stop is whether you sort of have to decide yourself really whether the fact spending in the pits offsets the time that you're going to lose out on track. That is the moral dilemma these people would have had in practice. Just try and find the details. James does send me this. Closer now to Faruqi, at least visibly, after doing the fastest lap last time round for himself anyway. You get the feeling a lot of these drivers are now just trying to settle into a little bit of a rhythm, not to punish the tyres too much. So in terms of this season then, just to give you a little bit of a rundown. So it's a battle of manufacturers, so it's teams of two. See this V-Show and Sarah Brown, James Harman, Golden Brownie, Bobby, Fat Pickles, so on and so forth. They will compete in GR3, GR4, so GT3, GT4 cars. These are the GT4 equivalent, so a little bit on the slower side. Not as much aero, can't carry quite as much corner speed as a GT3 can. Not too dissimilar in terms of straight line speed, you'd be surprised, but it's really the corners where these cars suffer. In fact, most other things are about the same. The balance of them tends to be a little bit less predictable as well, because they're more commonly based on a road going version. There's not too much taken away from it from a road car, whereas a GT3 is completely straight. So yeah, they go against each other. They've all selected the manufacturer with the car. In terms of leagues, I believe there's 3 leagues running. This is League 1, there's a League 2 and a League 3. Obviously League 1 is in theory the quickest drivers, but with GT7 it's kind of an unknown as to who's the fastest. It is still up for debate. James Harman has really caught V-Show at right knots here. This is not been a surprise because James is not a slow cat by any means. So points available for the top 15 drivers: 25 for a win, 23 for second, 21 for third, all the way down to 1 point for 15th replaced. There is a mandatory tyre change, so they must run 2 different tyre compounds during the 50-minute race. There's no window in which you have to pit, but they do say that 1 full lap must be done on each tyre compound. So you can't just put a set of hards on and come straight back in again for the stuff. So you're not allowed to do that. Settings. It's tyres times 3, fuel times 3. So that's the depletion rate. As we see, LFC got a little bit of a penalty now. This is going to give Total Road an opportunity to get blasted. Let's just jump on board with Total Road actually as that gets done. Yeah, so basically, with the standard times on, for every lap the drivers do, they are depleting fuel away from the tanks and they're using tyres. The multipliers just mean that they use them more. Anyone who's into GT racing knows that a set of tyres should last you about an hour. So this having it on times 3 just forces the need for a tyre change. There's no physical way these tyres will go an hour. You have to change them. Same for the fuel. The fuel Bowsers are all limited to a 5 litres per second maximum fuel flow rate, so that stops any of the teams cheating by having more investment in their equipment. Standard settings, as you would expect with the realism and the ability to use driving aids and stuff like that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 different events. So the next week's race will be at Monza, and that'll be the GT3 cars. So that will be entertaining down at turn 1 with all this glitching. Just right on board with the man who makes this happen then, James Harman, using the he's not gone for the paddle shift, he's a real man, he uses a stick. He likes to hold something firm and thick in his hand. Yeah, go on James. Even a Ford. You're in an Aston Martin, but you've got a Ford race suit on. What's that all about? You can see they're getting close to Bishan, but you heard him lift and coast into the corners. I think really that's just James taking care of these tyres because they're mullered. In fairness, but he's gone. We are half race distance now, ladies and gents. So we've done half the race. Should really start seeing these tyres on the medium start coming in any time now really. JRC is the first of those to hit. The other guys that have been in have been golden brown is the only one I've seen in the pits so far. See JRC's Jaguar pit crew gets where they up on the Jackson goes, fresh set of tyres go on. It should take on some fuel as well. Yeah, there's a fuel bowser going on, so some more motion lotion for JRC, and as soon as he's satisfied that there's enough fuel in that, out he comes. He will return to the race back in P12 for JRC, but he's got a pit stop out of the way. He's got out ahead of Golden Brownie, which is important. He's on the top, so he doesn't want to get stuck behind him. Looks like Bob is already being in as well. He's on fresh hards. Dark Clark has not been in yet. One thing that really irritates me about GT7, I don't know if anyone has noticed this, that when you're in a tunnel the lights come on automatically. Why? Just why does it do that? Just it is anyway, I don't know. And then they turn off the light. Dark Clark in the pits, then P2 pits. Here comes Fabuki, going to carry on for another lap. Dark Clark, in fairness, could have carried on with the fuel and tyre where he's got. He definitely had more than some others, but who am I to judge? I don't race in this league or on this game anymore. I am now a PC elitist. I had that sinking feeling that I'd made a cup of tea and not drank it, and I had drank it, and now I'm disappointed that I'm going to see that. So Risho in the pits then. getting rid of those hard tyres. So he'll probably chuck on a set of mediums. Give himself enough fuel to try and get up to the end. Toby out on the soft tyres, so an aggressive strategy then by the Alfa Romeo. They obviously feel that their car holds onto the tyres quite nicely, so they got the crap tyres out of the way. And I guess worst case, if this doesn't work, we'll just come in and slap another set of softs on. They've got 20 minutes to go. 23 if we're being pedantic about it, but he's come out behind Golden Brownie. And it's how much of an issue. This is a race for position, but I'm just going to say, does Golden Brownie fight it? He just doesn't, he just lets him go. Next car up the road for Toby then is JRC, who's also on softs. So if Toby can reel him in as quickly as he did Golden Brown, he'll be on to a winner. Mocking Weeks. So being out on a set of soft tyres as well. So he'll probably pit again soon for some fresh rubber. Left seat fan, I don't believe he's pitted yet. The only clue I'm getting is on the times. So if the times have been like the 140s, then I know he's sort of pitted. These guys haven't pitted yet. This is absolutely ridiculous. Bobby has. Bobby's out the first set of Camaro tyres. Fish on the mediums. Golden Brownie now on the mediums. Toby then. The softs as well. Still trying to reel in JRC Racing. At the moment he's doing enough, and himself then trying to get on the back of Mocking Weeks. Doing so successfully, he will have oodles of group. In fact, he's just sat the fastest lap of the race at 33.3. Stunning lap there by JRC Racing, who was the fastest before Dark Clock, who's been in the pits. I'm sure his was like 11.33 as well. So, Dark Clock's quite important. He came out ahead of Total Rose. Fat Pickle's next car in line for him. But I'd imagine that a lot of the cars ahead of Dark Clark will be pitting in the not too distant future. And he is hoping now at the minute that he can jump back ahead of some concrete. But he really needs to have some absolute stonkers of an outlook. His first one was a 35.8. Hard to see if that's about where it needs to be. It's a bit slower than it could be. JRC's was a 34.8. Purple sectors again for JRC Racing. He's really put the hammer down. It's right on the tail of Mocking Weeks now, getting a little bit of slipstream through the tunnel. JRC Racing absolutely on a flyer at the moment. Don't see many cars heading for the pit lane up ahead. They're getting into danger territory now with a lot of these tyres. Losing about a second a lap in terms of optimal race pace, but they've done the testing, they know what works. Again, if I'd have been a little bit more in tune with the goings on of this league, then I probably would have a little bit more informative insight for you. But unfortunately, I'm guessing this one, purely based on what I see. Kudos to Fubuki's fuel-saving ability, still over a quarter of a tank in that car. James Harvin also doing a similar great job on fuel, just under a quarter of a tank. Has absolutely killed his tyres, but still in the mid-35, so I won't be too disappointed with that. He's having a good race so far, and he's putting himself in a strong position. Pickles pretty much exact same sentiments, really. And credit to Pickles, you know. I've been in a group chat with this guy, and I know he's not been 100%. So credit to Pickles for at least doing it. So you have my respect there, I would say. Who is out? Fubuki pits. Tommy Concrete here from Carry On. Is James Harvin going to make it down for the pit lane? Yes, he is going to do that. Yeah, James Harvin in the pits as well. Pickles, he also comes in, so now they feel is the optimal time to get in. Will they miss the softs though? We saw Golden Brownie struggle to do 12 minutes on a set of softs. They're on the mediums at the moment, so their choices are the hard compound or the soft compound. I would imagine most will go on the hard, but you never know. Someone might have the large testicles amongst them. Mocking Weeks stays out. He's only had one pit stop. Mocking Weeks, as far as I'm aware. Himmelcramp still out as well on those hard compound tyres. I don't think he's pitted yet, so he's P2, no pit stop. Neither is Tommy Concrete, but both of these guys getting really close on fuel, so we'll see them in the next lap or two. I've got a theory that these boys are trying to hold out to make the softs work. They want to skip the mediums completely, so I think Tommy Concrete and Hirakan will go onto the soft tyres. Yes, they'll be quite conservative on that tyre, but they'll naturally be faster because the soft just offers more grip. Simple as that. Dark Clark 27 seconds behind the lead, 24.5 seconds behind Hirakan. It'll be tight. It'll be tight on pit exit. So Dark Clark, who's doing purple sectors, don't forget. Tommy Concrete and Hirakan are carrying on. Excuse me. The sort of theory I think for those guys is the guys that are coming for soft now, and he's just hoping they'll kill them. But this Alpha is really nice on its tyres, as we saw in the early stint. So Dark Clark, I don't think we'll have any major issues in keeping those tyres alive, as long as he doesn't have too many lockups and spins and stuff like that. Fubuki running P4 at the moment. It's hard to say how these will all map out once all the pit stops are done. The pit stops here appear to be costing you about 32 seconds. There or thereabouts. So that's the magical number you're looking for between Dark Clark and him. At the moment, if the top two pitters, Dark Clark would assume the lead of the race, and he's only getting closer. If I'm Hirakan or Tommy Concrete's race engineer, I'm calling them into the pits this lap. I need to give my driver enough time to recover that, because they're going to come out a few seconds behind Dark Clark as things stand. We know they're going to be fast towards the end of the race, but track position is track position. Fubuki is also close for being in that fight. JLC, she's going to be close. I'd imagine JLC won't change position once his pit stops are all out, but he's going to be in that fight. The problem for JLC is he's going to be on worn softs by the time he gets there. So yeah, Tommy Concrete literally dregs of fuel remaining in that tank. Hirakan had a little bit more fuel, but quite negligible. Hirakan did a better job on his tyres in the end. It's Dark Clark we keep an eye on now. If my voice sounds weird, by the way, I have a raging cold. I don't know if I mentioned it to anybody. So I'm looking on the mini-map. We've got Hirakan and Tommy Concrete still in the pit boxes. Just been released now. The pit entry has been and gone, and it's Dark Clark then in the lead of the race. Fubuki P2. Fresh soft, so this really has unravelled for Tommy Concrete and for Hirakan. They have done what I expected them to, which was go on softs. JLC hasn't been able to jump them, but it was really close. JLC's pace on these soft tyres has been brilliant, so he can get amongst this, he can mix things up, but his tyres aren't going to last too much longer. Hirakan, Tommy Concrete only have to do 14 minutes on these softs, so in fairness, they can go ham. The gap, once all settled down, then is 1.3 seconds from Tommy to Fubuki. Fubuki has pretty decent tyres though, so he'll be able to put up a fight. And then it's 4.1 seconds between Fubuki and Dark Clark, who did a 33.2 last time out. 33.3 for Fubuki last time as well, so that gap isn't really moving as far as we can tell. We'll have to see what the pace is like for Tommy Concrete and Hirakan once their out laps are done, so we'll find out in about 2 minutes time just how rapid these guys are. JRC's pace, even on warm softs, is still impressive, but he's going to need fuel creep, so he's going to have to pit again. In fact, is he going to just do it now? No, he goes on for another lap. On comes Toby, so drivers, Golden Brownie, who's going to need to come in again. He can go back onto the softs, and I expect him to do just that. That's what he's doing. So here comes Golden Brownie. Pickles on the softs. Picks up a position. Unfortunately for Pickles, he just looks like he's just a bit off. He's just a bit off the early pace at the moment. Bobby, who's had an eventful race, as is usually the way with Mr. Bob. Being chased down by Toto Rose. Now Toto Rose has the soft tyres on. I would expect this to be a relatively easy move for Toto Rose. No easy move when you're coming up against Bob though. The duck of luck, Bob, in defending against Toto Rose. Tight technical section here at Deep Forest Raceway. We've got to really give the advantage to Toto Rose, who's looking to widen his entry point under the tunnel. Great move here by Toto Rose. Bobby sees it late. Toto Rose with the racecraft just had the wiseness to not go for a move too early and just set himself up for another corner. He's going to try and give himself the run here going down the main start-finish straight, and there's not really a lot Bobby can do. Tighten up your exit, Toto Rose, nice and tight, lovely move. And we go down the long back straight. I've got a feeling Toto Rose here under braking is just going to try and get that move done. This is Bobby's roof cam. Can I do that? I can do that, but it doesn't work very well. Toto Rose doesn't seem to have much of a pace advantage. He's definitely got a brake advantage. And yeah, indeed, he does manage to poke his nose out. What I was going to say is I think he should just tuck back into the slipstream. Bobby gets a half-second time penalty. So where we're at now at 3 tenths at the moment. The place where they serve that penalty, though, we're still half a lap away from it. So it doesn't really pay dividends for Toto Rose just yet. It's still going to work for him to get this move done on track. That's JRC Racing we see up ahead. Toto Rose does get that move made down through turn 1, cuts Bobby off at the apex. Bobby's just about staying there though. Respect and space given between the two drivers, even with the glitching. We're just watching the grip of Toto Rose there, just drove away, really did it. Bobby with the V8 power should just be able to stay in the fight though, but I've got a feeling once that half-second penalty kicks in, Mocking Weeks, who is currently 8 tenths behind him, that's going to unravel for Bob very quickly, unfortunately. Bob just parks it on the apex, it's fine to do that, it's not blocking, he was a bit slow going onto the corner, but that's going to give him a fighting chance then against Mocking Weeks. Is going to be forced to slow down in a moment. There it goes. Brakes slam on for half a second. Mocking Weeks then with the overspeed. Should just be able to throw him down the inside. Isn't able to. Actually, Bobby was just able to cover that off. Bobby hit a little bit late. Let's check in with the fight up near the front then. So Toby down in Haggard's P5 after JRC had to go in the pits again. Here at Cram. P4 at the moment, 32s are the order of the day. Well, I said we'd wait for these guys' pace. Tommy Concrete is now past Faruqi. I do apologise, we missed that. I can't go back and see it. The gap now to Dark Clark, 3.8 seconds, and he has 9 minutes in which to do it. At the moment, Tommy Concrete in the 32s, and Dark Clark in the low 33s. So he's not taking chunks out of it, but that gap is coming down. If we had the AWS graphics, that would be along the realms of striking distance in quick maths. He's gonna need a few laps to be fair to do it. Dark Clark's pace in theory should start to drop, but if anything is wider than the gap now. 4 seconds is now the gap for Dark Clark. Tommy Concrete may dip into the 33s this lap. What he does. 32.8. So Dark Clark's responded to the challenge. 32.7 for Tommy Concrete. Dark Clark saw the fact that the delta was coming down between him and Tommy Concrete and responded with a 32.8, his fastest lap of the race so far. He's still got another 8 minutes to do on these tyres then. Here at the moment, 8 seconds off the leader. You do have to feel that at the moment the win is slipping out of his fingers, but P3 is on the cards with Faruqi not too far ahead. We have mentioned Toby. James Harbin's races. He's sort of been a bit of a stealth ninja warrior. He's just plugged on. Nice, real nice, consistent lap times. Consistent 33s on the softs. done an absolutely solid job as James Harvin so far. V-Show, despite the early promise, hasn't really been able to ever get track position on anyone, and as such has fallen off the back of the leading pack. He's now been chased down by Fat Pickles, who has the soft compound tyre advantage. JLC Racing, really quick, but 9 seconds off the air at the moment. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. And I know I'm not the most professional streamers, but even that, a little bit of a low point for me. Toto's P10 33.4 was last time out. Mocking Weeks 4 seconds behind him with a little bit of rear end damage, so Mocking Weeks has had some sort of horrible issues with that. Bobby missed a penalty worldwide. Serves yet another half-second penalty. Mocking Weeks had rear damage as well, so whether he just clipped the wall or something, I'm not too sure, but that's my guess. That's my estimation of this. Golden Brownie went for the really brave strategy call earlier on. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off, but you've got to respect the grind. An LFC fan, I can't really tell you what's happened to LFC fan. We're not really giving him any airtime, unfortunately. I do apologise, mate. But it's just the way the cookie has crumbled. So, what's this gap? So, Tommy Concrete has took another 7 tenths out of Dark Clark, but he's gone very close. It's not enough at the moment, he does need to do more. It's not coming down as quick as he would like it to, I don't think. Favicki's holding on to that P3 with all his might. Will we get an exciting final 5 minutes here in the Infinite GT Manufacturers Series? Closest battle on track at the moment, V-Show Pickles. I thought Pickles was going to go for the bodacious launch down the inside. The problem with doing that, I suppose, I think that the reason why we're not seeing that move happen too much is if you go for the centre down the inside of that hairpin, you're giving yourself a poorer exit for this bit of the track, and this is flat out. And you can see already we're in the 140-mile-an-hour range. What we're doing when we get to the braking zone, we're 153 miles an hour by then. So if you're slow off that last corner, that's going to affect your speed all the way down the start finish straight. Which is something you really don't want to do, because you don't ever reach top speed going down there, you're forever accelerating. So the slower you get off the corner, the slower you're going to be at the end of the straight. And these boys know that, and they're not making any audacious moves where they're only going to end up giving themselves a problem. Racecraft, ladies and gents, that's what that is. That is Racecraft 101. These lot will write the book on it. Granted, I don't want to be able to read half of it because there'll be dick pictures, but you know, they'll write a book. Here we come gaining then on Favuki. We could have a nice little finish for these two as the fog descends here at Deep Forest Raceway. We are starting to get a little bit more inclement weather. GT Sport, for those of you that don't know, does have dynamic weather, so the weather can and will change. The fog is coming down here. We don't sort of see any rain on the horizon, but the fog will reduce the track temps. And for those of them already struggling for a little bit of grip, it's going to make that job a little bit harder. So battles to watch for us then. Here come Favuki. Really come down then. Favuki that time at 33.6, 32.5 here, a whole second faster than that. So we should be on the tail of him then as we come to the start finish straight again. Tommy Concrete, the gap's down to 3 seconds. He can see him when we get a little bit more straight track. Tommy Concrete can see Dark Clark, but at the moment can't really do too much about it. He's gaining. He's got a limited amount of time in which you can really do anything about it though. So Dark Clark just needs to keep it on track. We do feel that Heracom will be having a pop for Favuki before the day is over. Will Pickles have another pop at the V-Show? You normally get put on a register for that sort of thing, but we're a simulator so you can get away with it. JLC Racing yet again, the Jaguar Rocket there just doesn't seem like it's been in the right track position at all really. And and then it's going to be Golden Brownie v Bobby. All you need to do, Golden Brownie, is just wait for him to pick up a track limit penalty, because it won't take him long. He'll have one again by the end of the race. Guaranteed. So as Dark Clark comes across to start lap number 31, the gap is 3 seconds. The lap times, actually, Dark Clark did a 32.9 and Tommy Concrete 33.1, so Dark Clark seems to have really got this sewn up. The battle now is between Fabuki and Hirocom. I said he'd be on his tail by the end of the lap, and indeed he was. Let's go on board with the ugliest Citroen on the world. In fact, that's not because I can't remember, it's actually terrible. Fabuki defending to the insides. Only really one line through this series of corner. You have to set up the moves to be made on exit, and that's what Hirocom's doing. Keeps it around the inside. Track veers left again, so if you're side by side, you give the position back up immediately. Fabuki retains P3 for now. It does somewhat seem like a matter of time. But as long as Fabuki gets his exit sorted, he might be okay. I mean, Hirocom got a really good exit there. And he's got a half-second penalty, so Hirocom's going to have to serve that. Is he going to have to serve that now? Hard to say. So Hirocom doesn't have to serve that penalty this time around. He will have to serve it next time round. So if Hirocom can get ahead, build a bit of a gap, he might be okay. Fabuki's sole mission in life now is to not let him do that. So Fabuki needs to throw everything at him that he possibly can do. Hirocom's good for fuel. Fabuki might need to be a bit leaner as far as fuel goes. I do get the feeling Fabuki's saving a bit of fuel now. We're on to what is potentially the last lap of the race. Have a bit of a recap. Dark Clark 2.6 seconds ahead for Tommy Concrete, comfortable P2 for him at the minute. Hirocom currently P3, but has a half-second penalty he's going to have to serve in this lap sometime. Fabuki just needs to stay in that fight and he might be able to snatch the podium back. GTP Toby P5, racing's known at the moment, not really been troubled. James Harvin, all on his own as well, had a solid race. V-Show is yet again being battered by Pickles. This is one that could ignite, and the rest of them have comfortable gaps between themselves, other than Bobby and Good. See, I told you, didn't I? I said this guy would pick up a penalty, and I wasn't lying. Let's go and see if these guys start again. So Hirocom's going to have to serve his penalty. The penalty line is just in the next tunnel. So he's going to go offline, he'll brake. He will stay offline to defend the corner. Fabuki not quite able to do it. Can he get it on exit? We need to go and celebrate the winners though, so we'll check back in with those in a minute. I can see it's still Hirocom P3, but it's Dark Clark, the champ, the winner of race 1 of the Infinite GT Manufacturers Series, takes the win for Alfa Romeo. Tommy Concrete for Ford P2. Hirocom brings some glory to France then to P3 for Citroen, then it's Fabuki in Toyota P4. Toby then is going to give Alfa Romeo a flyer in the points here for P5. They're probably going to be top of manufacturer standings after this one. James Harvin P6 picks up a good result for Aston Martin. Sideways at the line, of course, and it's a drag race then between V-Show and Pickles, and it's V-Show that takes it literally a couple of 100 metres before the end of the race. Citroen, then it's Pickles for Chevrolet. JLC Racing for Jag P9, Total Rose P10, more points there for Toyota. Mocking Weeks in the other Jaguar P11, Golden Brownie and Bobby and LFC Fan round out your standings. So that's your lot from race 1. We will be live, hopefully. Please God, let this go more smoothly next week. Next week we'll be live again with the GT3s. Hopefully I won't have a raging cold and I'll be a lot more prepared. And I do apologise that this time it's just been a bit of a flop and we kind of missed qualifying and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're done for League One. I'll get some stuff sorted for next time so that we can go through points and all that. But and we'll probably do a bit of a lap guide and all that sort of stuff as well next time out. But this time we haven't been able to do any of that. So I do apologise, but at least we got some comms out eventually. So well done to the top 3. Can we view standings? Where can I view standings? I think it was it. No, it wasn't this, was it? Can we view? We can't view standings yet, can we? Can we? No, it's not that. What the frick? You can't view standings. What is that all about? Well, yeah. Anyway, so we can't do that. We can't have a little bit of a recap on who won, but we know it's Dark Clark. We know it's this guy who took the win for the first time out. He's going to give Alfa Romeo a healthy advantage in the point standings. Back to the GT3s next week though, and that's probably the weak spot for the Alfa Romeo. Strong GT3s, the Fords are rocket in a straight line, so look out for that. The Chevrolet as well, the Group 3 Chevrolet is a beast in a straight line, probably the best GT3 there is, in my opinion. The Aston Martin will sound wondrous, so will the Jag, and the Toyota. I don't know what the options are for the Toyota in this game, because they did release the classic one, didn't they? So we'll have to see. We'll find out next week. We'll discover all this together, ladies and gents. We are on a journey of discovery together. We are learning this one as we go. So hopefully GT7 is a little bit kinder to us next time. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have, I haven't seen any messages in chat, so I'm just kind of working on the assumption that there's not been anyone there. Which is my own fault because I didn't get the stream going until after all the drivers were out. So, good to see some strategy in there, as Dark Clark's sort of alluding to. A lot of drivers did the one stop. The one stop in the end did seem the fastest choice for most. But the 2 stop, if you timed it right, was a really good choice as well. Right, so I'm going to turn my PlayStation off again for another week. Thank you for joining me. Right, see you next week. Hopefully be a lot more organised. Thank you very much for tuning in. Drop a like as well, so at least I know that someone sees this. I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.